Well, good morning and welcome back to CityLine with me. I have three fabulous people on the comfy couch here to talk about the Martin Luther King Jr. Unity Breakfast. So please join me in welcoming Mentha Hynes-Wilson. Hello, my dear.
Hello. Good
you
morning.
have a fabulous name.
Thank you so much.
Very melodious.
One of a
Mentha
kind.
Hynes-Wilson. You are the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs at our precious University of Washington, Tacoma. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you,
You brought
Amanda.
with you two stellar youngins, as my grandmother would have said. Byron Ragland, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I am well, thank you. Good to have you here. You are a student, but you are also a member of the Black Student Union here at the University of Washington, Tacoma. Welcome.
I am, thank you.
You have some rockin' socks on. Okay, put that sock foot up there. Hold it up, just about. Okay, hold still, hold still.
Pull up.
Now hold it up. Yeah.
Pull it
Now,
up. There you go.
Freeze.
There you
Yeah, look at this. These look like a Dr. Seuss book in the works, don't they?
Yes.
Well, and you didn't even know we had a sock camp.
No idea, but I'm glad I got a great collection of socks.
It works, and it works with our Hilltop Artist Bowls. Synergy.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Only to be outshone by the beautiful Aaliyah Freeman here. Aaliyah, welcome to CityLine, my dear.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. You are also a part of the Black Student Union at UW-Tacoma. Great to have all of you on the couch as we talk about Martin Luther King Jr. And so let's talk about this. Byron, the theme of this year's event, let us know what it is. It's time. And then how did you develop the idea around this?
Okay, the theme of this year's event is economic empowerment on our terms.
Nice.
So economic empowerment, financial literacy has always been very important to me. And when we were developing what we wanted this to be about, I definitely stood out and I made sure, my voice was heard there.
Yes.
So the idea is Dr. King, he fought and he taught and he did a lot in the idea of economic inclusion, and we still haven't got to where we need to be. So much work is still needed to be done. So we think it's very important to highlight his work and continue to push the message of economic inclusion, economic empowerment, and make sure it is exactly that, on our terms.
Oh, I love that. And when you say on your terms, you know what my brain says? My brain says remove any barrier.
That's right.
And you have to know what those barriers are and then how to get them out and who to ask for help. Mm-hmm. So there you go. On your terms, all barriers off. So this is an incredible theme. It's about time, and I can't think of anybody who cannot benefit from that theme and that wisdom. So Aaliyah, how does the planning of this event come together? Because that's a lot to get through.
Yeah, so the planning of the event, it's honestly a fun process. Then it sounds just, planning, things like that. But the initial thing is obviously coming up with the theme, it being just economic motivation on our terms. And we initially start with having faculty members, BSU members, and just students who want to get involved and volunteer. And then we, have our committee meetings that involve a lot of planning in terms of the schedule, what exactly we're going to do, when we need to have the things done by, so then we can stay on schedule and just have a fabulous program overall. So,
in addition to all the other things that the three of you on the couch do.
Right.
Boy, that's impressive, because what you just said is all volunteer. It's all the extra time that you have at the end of the day, which when you're movers and shakers, the end of the day is like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm finally done. Let's talk about, Mentha, is this program open to the public?
It absolutely is.
Hello.
Yes. So we invite all members of Tacoma and the greater Tacoma community to come on out for an astounding day. So we imagine that it will be a day of fun, a day of fellowship, and a really powerful message. And more importantly, it's the opportunity for folks to come together in one space and really build upon this notion of unity and economic empowerment and moving along the agenda of social justice. And so we believe that is that space where we want to be reflective. We want to think about how we can make a commitment individually and then also as a collective movement. And we've also seen over the course of years a lot of coalition building happen in that space. So Tacoma folks, those that are listening and watching, please come. Purchase a ticket, invite your neighbors, your friends, your families. We'd like to see all of you in attendance on the 20th.
Oh, well said. So question for all three of you, because each of you has your own perspective that you bring to the couch on this. But so the question is this: when you think about our community and how What are your views on why we celebrate and how we celebrate the achievements of Dr. King, and why do you think that's important? Let's go with you first, Aaliyah.
Yeah, so I definitely feel that just continuing on with his legacy through his teachings, his message, and all that for this country is just something that we continue to need every day. You know, it allows us to have a sustainable and even just efficient foundation that we can continue to build upon to make this country great and to continue to carry on, you know, a future and just a sense of unity, you know, a sense of equality for everyone, because it's not just teachings for Black and brown people or minorities. It's teachings for everyone. It's a message that everyone, I feel like, should be able to resonate to and will continue to benefit from his sacrifices and his teachings and just everything that he's done.
So well said. Byron, what do you think about all that?
I can tell you why it's important to me. Martin Luther King's, you know, his struggles and his sacrifice will always be connected to Black empowerment and, you know, Black American struggle. But over time, so many other groups outside of Black Americans have been able to use his message and use his sacrifices to empower themselves. So this isn't just a Black holiday or a holiday just for us. This is a national holiday. This is something that everyone should get around. Everybody should take the time to understand that we all owe a debt of gratitude to this man for the things that he's done for all of us. So that's why it's important to me. This is so much more than, you know, like a Black holiday. His work has gone global, and everybody can say that they've benefited from it. So it's everybody's responsibility to take that time and honor his legacy.
Beautiful. What do you think there, Miss Mentha?
Well, I think our students have actually captured it all.
I would say, boom, out of the park on that one.
Exactly. I would simply add that, yes, indeed, it is about unity. And for me, I'm reflecting upon the fact that, you know, I really benefited from the sacrifices of Dr. King. You know, so for me, it's more than a day off. It's more than the postal stamp. Dr. King's message was so much bigger. And I think this is the opportunity for us to, again, reflect, be educated, celebrate, and also inspired. And I know that I sit where I sit as the Vice Chancellor because of the sacrifices those folks made before me. And I am compelled to continue to kick open the doors of opportunity so that everyone has a chance at the table, their voices are heard, and we make the world a much better place in which we found it.
Oh, perfect. Well, my next question is about keynote speakers, and I'm like, so you should be a keynote speaker, but who are the keynote speakers for this event?
So I'm excited to announce that Denise Fairchild will be joining us, and she has an amazing, amazing history as a grassroots activist and also really moving the needle as it comes around issues of economic justice and social justice. And so she is the president of the Emerald Cities Coalition, and she's coming to Tacoma to announce a brand new initiative, which I'm not at liberty to announce it right now. So be in the room and learn about it. But she's got over 30 years of working with communities, low-income communities, disenfranchised communities, women of color. Again, how can you have a voice? How can you have a stake? How do we level the playing field? But more than anything, how we can put the power in the hands of the people.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so Aaliyah, in these last few minutes here, let's talk about other program elements, and then we want to talk about the Dream Awards.
Yeah, so the elements that are going to be included in the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. program breakfast that we are having include musical performances. We're going to have one by Dr. Joseph Williams and also by Quentin Morris from the Key of Stage in Tacoma. We're also going to have a spoken word performance, which will just be very enlightening and just uplifting. And then we're also going to have a super delicious Southern buffet breakfast that I'm super excited about. I know they're excited about.
Who's cooking?
Precise catering.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be good.
Boy, that was the cherry on the cake. And then if that wasn't enough, Dream Awards. What are the Dream Awards?
Yeah, so they're an award process that allows us to show recognition to students, faculty, and even just overall community members of just their excellent work that they've done for the community and towards building a better, just established way for our future and our culture. And then one of the recipients of the award was Rosa Franklin.
Yes.
Who has been known in the community for just all her amazing work of 40 years in the nursing profession and then 20 years as a state legislator. So seeing that we're giving awards like that to obviously someone who's just well endowed to, you know, her work and all that, but then also students who, you know, might have been at Tacoma for 1 year, UW Tacoma for 1 year or 4 years and have done, you know, something not as exponential as that, but still something that is exponential that needs to show light and have light shined on it.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So, Byron, is it too late to purchase a ticket?
It is not. It is not
Okay.
too late to purchase tickets. We encourage people to purchase early, register online, purchase early, because we're going to sell out. But
Absolutely.
please, we're still open. Tickets are available. I've been in contact with several high schools in the area. TCC, I believe. Raisbeck Aviation is going to be there. So I'm excited for everybody to come out. Register early.
Yes.
Register early. Come on out.
Especially now with that food disclaimer out there. Watch this. Have you already picked out your socks for that day?
You know, I kind of like let that happen the day of. I let that happen the day of however I'm feeling.
Love that. So, last but not least, who do we need to thank, my dear? Because, boy, the people that are behind this couch, if they could pop out, would fill up the whole room.
There's so many people to thank. And first and foremost, I really do want to acknowledge the city of Tacoma. Over the years since this was established 13 plus years ago, folks have really been receptive to assisting the BSU, and so we want to thank them for continuing to be supportive and encouraging. In terms of sponsorship, I want to acknowledge the university and particularly Chancellor Pagano for his unwavering support, and again, reminding the campus that social justice and inclusion are very much a part of the fabric of that campus, transformation and social mobility. We want to thank the Office of Community Partnerships for the work that they've done and assisting us in the coordination of the details. And we'd also like to put a special shout out there to the members of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So Dr. Martin Luther King, as an undergraduate at Morehouse University, he affiliated with this organization, and it's an organization of men who are focused on academic achievement as well as giving back service into the community. And so there are members of Alpha Phi Alpha who reside in the Tacoma area, and they come in droves and are very supportive and help young people, again, to understand who Dr. King was, about his work, and that they can see elements of themselves in them. And so we want to, again, continue that legacy and that lifeline.
Anybody who touched this program, thank you. And thank you to all three of you for being here today. And thank you for the gift you've given us with this breakfast.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, quick little break, then we'll have the Tacoma Historical Society here. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.